Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Molly and welcome to my new YouTube channel, The Beauty of It All. Today I'm going to talk about my current everyday makeup routine that is super simple, very easy to replicate, and in front of me I only have 7 products, so I mean, how much more simple can you get? The key with this is going to be to use multiple products for multiple different things, so we're going to get into that very quickly. In today's video I also wanted to just share a little bit about my own skin, give you guys an insight as to what I consider when I'm applying makeup, what are some skin concerns I'm currently working through. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around. So first and foremost, just to tell you a little bit about my current skin and what are some concerns or target areas that I'm working through. In the spirit of transparency, I feel like this is very important in the space of beauty. I have not had any work done. I've not gotten Botox, fillers, lip flips, like you name it. The only kind of medically adjacent skin treatment that I've gotten is I was on Accutane for a few months, approximately 5 years ago. So I did definitely struggle with really bad, particularly acne, on my chest and some shoulder and back acne, which is not cute to say, but we got to be real here. That was phenomenal. I wish that I would have gone on it earlier. It was a great experience and I feel really confident in my skin now from a breakout perspective. I really only find myself getting an occasional pimple around my time of the month. Otherwise, I don't really find acne or blemishes to be a skin concern of mine right now, which is really great. The main concern that I'm kind of working through at the moment is evening my skin complexion and my skin tone. I was a dermatologist's worst nightmare in my high school and really early college days. There was no pimple that was unpopped, which is terrible. And I should have known better. I think even at that time, people were saying how bad that was for your skin. But so I kind of have some acne scarring and then a little bit of redness. So I don't know if I have rosacea. I'm not qualified to make that determination on my own, but I am planning on talking to my dermatologist at my upcoming appointment. I just have some redness that extends down my face and not so much on the forehead. The general evening of my skin tone is something that I'm primarily focused on as I'm applying makeup or thinking about new products that I want to introduce into my routine. I'm definitely planning on doing a whole skincare video, talk a little bit more about the products that I'm currently using and actually really liking to combat some of that. But for now, I just wanted to focus on kind of my current everyday makeup routine. So let's get into that. So as I think about an everyday makeup routine, there are a few things that I think need to be really prominent in the products or the style of application, just to make it really obviously simple. Your everyday makeup is something that you can put on relatively effortlessly, get out the door and carry on with your day. So the 3 qualities that I'm thinking through are ease of use, kind of being goof proof, obviously quality. Even if a product is relatively easy to use, it still has to be a good product. Effortlessness. So at the end of the day, I think that's what a lot of us try to emulate in an everyday makeup routine, sometimes even in a more glam routine, but we want it to look natural, we want it to look put together, we want it to look cohesive with day-to-day life. So these products that I'm going to be talking about, I think fit those categories wonderfully, and I'm really excited to showcase putting them on for you all. Let's get into it. First up, we have the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Skin Tint. So this is the Ease Drop Blur and Smooth Skin Tint. I have the shade 2. Now this is a product that launched last year, and what really intrigued me, I'm just gonna kind of twist it up for you to see. So it's just a stick in a stick form. What really intrigued me was that this, I believe, was one of the first, if not the first, skin tint sticks on the market. So we see a ton of foundation sticks, but we haven't seen a skin tint stick yet. And so I was very intrigued. I liked the description of blurring and smoothing, kind of giving again, that even canvas and effortless look. So this is something that I have found to be just a really great everyday product. One, just because of the ease of use. How much easier can you get? Literally swiping a stick on your face. But then also the formula of this is really, really great quality. I've not owned complexion products from Fenty previously. And in full transparency, I don't know that they have the best rep on the market for their complexion products. I think they excel in lips, in blushes, those kinds of things. But, you don't really see a lot of people using their foundation, maybe a little bit more so their Ease Drop skin tint, the liquid form. But anyway, all that to say, I think that this is a fantastic start to an everyday makeup routine. So I'm just going to show you how I apply this. Again, just twisting the product up ever so slightly and just kind of going right in on the face. So you'll see that it looks like it's got relatively full coverage when I'm applying it here. I'm just gonna go a little bit on my nose and then just a touch on the temples. As we blend it out though, this is gonna just blend right into the skin. To blend it, I'm just gonna use the Merit brush. I believe this is their #1 brush. And I'm just gonna start blending this in onto the skin. And it just, wow, this formula is very, very buttery. It glides over the skin and it just looks so natural. Definitely a your skin but better product. Make sure we get under the chin and kind of blend it up into the hairline. This brush is really fantastic for obviously stick foundations. I mean, Merit released this brush with their Perfecting Complexion stick, but particularly because of the angled brush and the relative density of the bristles, this just makes for a great product. Okay, so that looks really nice. Because of what I just mentioned again with just some additional redness on my face, I am just gonna go in with a teeny bit more, and I just take a little extra on the cheek, just like that. And then I'm going to stipple this in. So you saw me swiping this onto my face earlier to really get the product to stretch, to glide. Where I want a little bit more coverage, I'm gonna pat this in. So just kind of stippling and making sure that the coverage stays pretty concentrated right there. Okay, I think that looks really nice. See my skin, like you can see some of my freckles still poking through. I still look like myself, but just a little bit more of an even canvas. Love it. I just always like to curl my lashes. This makes such a huge difference. And I never used to curl my lashes until about a year and a half ago. It has really just elevated the way that my lashes look and the way that the curl obviously holds throughout the day. Brows are one area where this year I might look into, I don't know if like a brow tint or a lamination or something. My brows are really sparse and it's my own fault, you guys. I had the absolute worst habit when I was a younger child. I had a really nervous tic that I would like pick my brows, which is horrible. I don't know like why no one ever chopped my hand off and was like, please stop doing this. I have not tweezed, plucked, waxed my brows in 15 years. Like I think I waxed my brows once and then never again. And I don't need to now because they've unfortunately just kind of stopped growing. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. This is a fantastic product for every day. I don't particularly think that this is going to give you a really beautifully defined, perfectly lined brow. Like this isn't going to give you your dream brow, but this is $3. Like yes, $3 in this economy. And it's just a really like kind of goof-proof brow pencil. So this is what it looks like up close. What I do though is I brush my brows up just with the spoolie that is on the other side, just like so. I like to fill in my brows by coloring in backward. I think that gives a more natural approach. One of my very favorite makeup artists, Hung Van Gogh, he does like Selena Gomez and just a ton of other people. This is also how he fills in his brows. So I kind of started using his methodology for this, for myself as well. And I find that it just gives, again, a more natural brow. That's good enough for an everyday. Then just making sure to brush them up again. Again, this is not like a perfectly defined underneath, but it does the job. And, if you're on your way to work or anything like that, this is going to be perfect for you. Next up, I talked about this product in my intro video as one of my just like holy grail. This is the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. You could use this if you're a beginner with brows, if you're an expert. It's very forgiving. I'm just gonna start and first I brush up, then I turn the spoolie over and take the rest of the product on the other brow, get a nice even distribution. And then I also like to go from the back and just make sure that the brows are really well coated, because my brows in particular, they're a little unruly. They don't always love to stay where they're told throughout the day. So this kind of helps to mitigate that a bit by getting that extra coverage by going backwards. Again, pushing kind of the ends down. The last step that I take with my brows is just once again taking the e.l.f. pencil and just going through with the spoolie once more, just to really make sure that the product is evenly coated throughout my brow, and also to diffuse if there are any harsh lines with the brow pencil. This will help to take care of that as well. We're all good. Perfect. So again, super easy for brows. Next is concealer. I have recently started to realize that because I have kind of some more hollowed eyes, you can see I've got kind of this line under my eye on both sides. A brightening concealer doesn't always look the best. I think that's like just the huge trend right now. You want your under eyes to be super bright, yada yada. And I think that does look good on some people. I don't know if it's the best look on myself. So I've recently been loving, this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's technically the 16-hour camo concealer with a matte finish. I think it's mostly this shade that I'm loving. I do enjoy the formula though. It's got just a really big doe foot applicator. And honestly, this doe foot applicator, if this is a new product to you, this is going to take out way more product than you need. So make sure and kind of, you know, scrape off a bit of the excess. But I will just go in kind of on that line, and then I do bring a little bit up in the corner of my eye as well. This is the Haus Labs concealer brush. Love this brush so much. You can get a lot of different angles. And so I'll just go in kind of initially patting the product because I want to make sure that it stays primarily under the eye. And then we'll go in with a bit more of a swiping motion. And I like this concealer because I'll take the excess and bring it onto my nose for a little additional coverage. Taking the excess of this concealer onto the bridge of my nose and kind of, you know, on the underside where we get a little bit of redness is gonna be a great tip. You're still gonna see, like, you know, I've got those lines, and I have a step that I think takes care of them a little bit more, but for an everyday, like, you're not going to spend your time putting on 6 different products under your eye to hide something. This next product is really where I think the star of the show comes in. When we're talking about an everyday makeup routine, you want to use products that can do multiple things at once. So this is the Say Glow Sculpt, and it's particularly this shade. This is the shade Quartz Glow. It is technically, as marketed by Say, it's a highlighter, but you can use this in so many different ways. The shades that they came out with are so wonderful and versatile. So I have found that this shade Quartz Glow, it's this beautiful kind of bronzed shimmer. And the reason that I love this is because you can use it as an all-in-one cheek product. It has like a bronzed component, so it'll cover your bronzer. It's got a shade that works enough so that it could be considered a blush, and then obviously it's got a glow, so you can use it as a highlighter. It's literally your 3-in-1 cheek product. I'm just gonna take, this is an older Bare Minerals dual finishing blush and contour brush. I'm just gonna dip into the pan here. I'm gonna tap this on. I don't like to swipe this on. It's a stiffer formula, so if you swipe it, you're gonna find that you're probably gonna disrupt some of your foundation underneath. I'm just gonna start tapping it on. And it's just so pretty. It's a good shimmer as well because it's not like, it's definitely not glittery. It's very much a glow from within kind of look, especially in, I think, the summer months. This is a standout product, but even in the winter months, like, we all need a little bronze to our face. It looks just so pretty. Again, the color, like this specific shade is such a standout. Last way that I'm gonna use this, so we've already used 3 products in one here. I'm gonna take it a step further, and I'm just gonna use this as my eyeshadow. Not only is this gonna create a very cohesive look, but it's going to, most importantly, save you a little time throughout your day. And look, that's so pretty. This is just, I cannot recommend this product enough. Love the way that looks. Next up, we have got mascara. So I love the Tower 28 mascara. This is the Make Waves just in the jet. They have a brown that looks so pretty that I'm probably gonna try out here soon. But this is just I would say a good everyday mascara. Up until about a year ago, I did not dabble in higher end mascaras. In fact, the mascara that I had used for literally almost a decade was the Maybelline Lash Stiletto. That was like my absolute go-to, my ride or die. I always thought that it was kind of asinine to spend more money on a higher end mascara. I still think you could make that argument because there are some fantastic products at the drugstore, but there are some very high quality, higher end mascaras. This was kind of my first experience into that world. So I do think this is more of an everyday mascara, but it is a just exceptional product. This is the applicator, so it's got kind of a curved edge to it. The brush grabs your lashes so effortlessly, and you can flip it over. And I find if you do that, you're gonna get more product deposited into your lashes. And I don't find this formula to flake or dry up during the day. Just gonna go in and do the same over here. Awesome. So there we are. Mascara's on. We're ready to go. Finally, just a quick lip. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in the shade Brown Sugar. I have nearly every shade of this, and it is without a doubt my absolute favorite balm, like a lip butter balm. There are so many things I love about this product. The formula is fantastic. I know I can tell, obviously, that I've got something on my lips, but it doesn't feel gloopy. It doesn't get sticky. It has a really nice slip to it. Also, the colors on these are beautiful. So you get like a good color payoff with this as well. They also smell amazing if that's a motivator for you to try a product. So again, this is the shade Brown Sugar. I'm just gonna take a bit of this on my bottom lip, go over the top with the excess. I love it so much. Awesome. All right, guys, that is what I would say right now is just my everyday makeup routine. I hope that this was helpful for you if you're looking for new products, or if you just wanted to see, you know, how someone uses those products in a different way. I hope this was helpful for you. I would love if you would go ahead and give my channel a subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I've got so much planned, and I'm excited to see you all next time. So thank you so much for chatting about the beauty of it all with me today. Bye.